Huh? Yeah, we're back with another video. Welcome. It's been roughly it'll be 8 days because it's going to take me a whole fucking day to upload this video due to my poor internet speed. Anyway, I'll go over the workout that you're about to see real quick, and then I'll go over a few things. Swallow it, or you're not a man. As I was saying, the workout will consist of part 1 and part 2. Part 1 will be conventional deadlifts. Part 2 will be sumo deadlifts, back and biceps. I didn't get time to train rear delts and upright rows, so it is what it is. But I did get a pretty good session in part 2. Part 1, again, very limited for time, so I only went into the gym and did conventional deadlifts. Sumo deadlifts because I didn't string the conventional with the back and the rear delts and the upright rows and the bicep before, fuck it, let's just deadlift again. So the back down sets that I would have done with the conventional deadlifts, I did with the sumo deadlifts. So all of the ones that you see for the sumo deadlifts are supposed to be done in the conventional deadlifts, but I did them sumo because why not? Give things a new try. Tried Zercher squats, tried power cleans and clean and jerks. So why not sumo deadlifts? And I hate to say it, but they did feel pretty damn good. Anyway, that's the workout. I'm not going to get into the details of it because that will just spoil the rest of the video, won't it? The reason as to why I have taken so long to upload a new video, well, it's a mixture of good and bad. Good because I've been getting extra work. Bad because I have been struggling financially. Now, why does that affect the consistency of videos? That's probably because I've had to be working extra. So I haven't had nearly enough time to produce as much content as I'd have liked to. On top of that, I've had a ton of stress having to find the paper, the bag to keep living. It's affected my sleep, it's affected my diet, and it's affected my... Huh? That was weird. It's cut the whole... Just had a weird error on my screen. It's supposed to be in night mode right now, but it went black and it's turned to day mode. So all of that blue light is now pouring into my irises, which is going to further affect my sleep. Now, funny enough, it's not sleeping too little. It's sleeping too much. Because of all the stress, I've felt extra tired. So in order to counteract the tiredness, I've given myself another hour and a half to kind of recover, shall we say. I think sometimes a little bit of extra sleep, even if it is just an hour or even half an hour, can make the world of a difference. I feel like if you need extra sleep, get some extra sleep. But I'm okay. I think there's other things that have affected me mentally, and I'm quite thick-skulled, you see, not because there's lack of brain and just excess of bone, but when it comes to stressful situations, I deal with them very well. I never used to. When I was younger, I was a bit of a pussy, and I'd let them get to me, but, you know, almost 30 years of age, and I've been through quite a few things. My father died the same year my best friend died. Pulling through those hardships are the reason I'm able to pull through all the minor inconveniences in life. Those minor inconveniences are now fuck all. Compare how I felt about those minor inconveniences that we all deal with, including myself. When I was younger, I would stress about them. But due to my change in outlook of life, those things are things that I just kind of get on with. I just kind of tackle head on like a fucking gigantic New Zealand rugby player. Yeah, I tackle him on, I put him down to the floor, I look at him dead in the eye and say, you ain't gonna defeat me because I've fought some fucking dragons in my time. Slaying those demons, slaying those dragons, slaying those fucking goblins, or in my case, give him a little wand out, and fucking slaying those trolls, or my arch nemesis, Lord Swoldemort. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not going to get too in depth about the past, and I'm not going to get too in depth about my financial situation and the amount of stress I'm going through, because I don't really see the point. At the end of the day, I'm trying to focus on building a future. And if I focus on the wrong things, the things that are going to jeopardize my focus, then I feel like, well, yeah, I just kind of explained it, didn't I? Got to focus on the right thing. Then whatever. Anyway, the workout. Have a good time watching my workout. Let me know what you think about the vocal isolation that I've put onto the video. I'm not going to flood the background with random... Fuck's sake, this is getting on my nerves now. Do you want to be in day mode or do you want to be in night mode? Figure it out. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not going to flood the background with non-copyright, royalty-free music. I'm just going to let it pan out with just my vocals, and you, the viewer, are going to tell me how you feel about it. The first part of the video, the part where I conventionally and sumo deadlift, I've not vocally isolated. I've done something different. I've enhanced the vocals. Where's my hang on? I've enhanced the vocals. Some weird effects going on, man. Yeah. I'm losing the fucking plot. I've enhanced my vocals and I've added some noise cancellation. So those two things combined will hopefully create a nice sound quality. As for the vocally isolated part, which is the rest into the back and the bicep exercises, yeah, just let me know how you feel. If you like a little bit of background music, let me know. But when it comes to the deadlift, the bench press and the squat, I like hearing the of the weight plates clanging together. I'm going to try and balance that with the music in the background, which could potentially cause me some copyright issues. I've rambled on enough. Enjoy.
Today is the start of my clean bulk. So, goodbye donuts, goodbye pizza, goodbye all the things that make me happy. Hello chicken, hello rice. I'm not going to go to that extent because I'm not a bodybuilder. But hello meat, poultry and fish. Hello clean carbs like pasta, rice, other things like sweet potato. Maybe some herby potatoes every now and then. Really push the boat out there, really treat myself. feeling clean, feeling good, even though I'm low on sugar and high on chicken. I did just do this weight, 265 kilos or 585 pounds for a single, and it was definitely RPE 7.5 to 8. I did it without a belt, I did it without straps. It was just me, my deadlift slippers or plimsolls or whatever you want to call them, socks, and the strength of my grip. And it held up absolutely fantastic. In fact, I'd say I could probably get 280 without a belt and with a double overhand hook grip. My grip was absolutely no issue. So heading forward, I don't think I need to worry about that too much. Because I filmed it in portrait, I didn't film it in landscape, it's not going to look very good for my video. So today, a one-off, I'm going to do a second single, hopefully at the same RPE, and I'm going to compare the two together. So the beltless and strapless versus the belted and strapped. Anyway, enough rambling, let's just get on with it. It's such a dramatic difference. Okay, so today is a new day. I was running very short for time the last session, so I thought, why not include deadlifts again? But this time, I'm going to be doing sumo deadlifts. Ugh, brother, ugh, sumo deadlifts? Coming from an anti-sumo deadlifter myself, as everyone calls my stance. Whatever, let's give it a try. Okay, so trying out the sumo deadlift. It felt very weird, of course, considering I do conventional deadlift and a very narrow version of the conventional deadlift. I've noticed that with the sumo deadlift, you have to really drop down into your hips and keep as upright as possible, because the single before this one, the second single, I was too slanted over, I was too rounded over, and I lost a ton of power. The biggest difference for me, personally, that I've noticed, if you compare the sumo and the conventional, is the amount of power you have on the bottom of the sumo deadlift as opposed to the conventional. I found that at the bottom of a sumo deadlift, for me, obviously because I'm not used to it, it was very slow, and then the further it went up, the quicker it went up, as opposed to the conventional deadlift, where the further I go up, the slower I go up. So they are very polar opposites, and I'd even go as far to say they're completely different lifts. One works a completely different level of mechanics than the other. So I worked up to 2 singles with, I don't know, it's in pounds. I'll put it up. I did that for, like I just said, 2 singles. That was definitely around RPE, I don't know, 6. Obviously, I'm doing sumo deadlifts. I'm not doing my usual conventional deadlifts, my very narrow conventional deadlifts, the anti-sumo version of the conventional deadlift, as everyone seems to call it. I'm now dropping down to 232 or 233, somewhere in that region. I'm going to do this for, it says to do 4 sets of 4, but because I did 5 singles of 265 kilos a day or two ago, I'm going to keep the volume lower than it should be, because I've definitely spilled over the jug in terms of how much volume I should be doing every week. After these, I'll probably move on to some back exercises. Okay. My fingers are rather sore, so thumbs. I'm going to move to some straps. I think I may just do these conventional as well. That's a bit better, isn't it? Conventional. Sumo's for gays. What can I say? Moving on to some chin-ups. 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps at RPE 7 to 8. I don't know what that will be. I don't know whether that will be body weight or weighted. But we shall find out, shan't we? Short man problems. That could work. I'm using the J hook to leverage myself up. Wow. The knurling is incredibly sharp. Whoo! Look at that. That's madness. Obviously you can't see it, but there's already calluses along the upper part of my finger, which is something I'd never anticipate when doing chin-ups. That felt good. Each rep was clean. My back and my arms are feeling a slight pump of blood cells running through the veins and the arteries, supplying that rich, polluted oxygen that we breathe in. You know, I do envy the dinosaurs, because when they were on this planet, I think it's like 200 million years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Before the gigantic asteroid ploughed into a floating rocky ball sack that's spinning around a incredibly hot, dense, plasmatic ball sack, one of which you wouldn't want to put in your mouth. Their air quality must have been fantastic. You know, extra oxygen, extra fucking explosive power. And I bet you the dinosaurs weren't as tired as us, because they were breathing that sweet, sweet, highly saturated atmosphere. What am I saying? What am I saying? Huh? The weight plate is incredibly close to my nutsack, and they're small. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Perfect. Now that's a good weight. 2 more sets of that. Maybe one. We shall see. Ah. What was that? Where's the audio? Just a little alarm. I'll tell you what I need. I need the opposite end. That way. Oh my God. I feel like the South Park episode where he's got those giant nutsacks and oh, okay. Well, maybe one more without a 10 kilogram weight plate. I've moved to the squat rack to the right of that squat rack, which is the one on the left. This is the center squat rack. That is the left hand squat rack. That is the right hand squat hat. Anyway, the light bulb up there was decimating the camera or phone camera quality, which isn't fantastic anyway. So I thought, you know what, just move over with my new use of the J hooks. Yeah. I had the J hooks way too high on the other squat rack. Oh God. Wow. Not only did the light bulb decimate the camera quality, but the pull-up bar decimated my fingertips. Well, they're not my fingertips. The fingertips are up here. The fingers backside. Moved on to some dumbbell rows. Just like the chin-ups. 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 10 at most, working with an RPE of 7 to 8. Now, you could argue that the chin-ups were slightly above the RPE I wanted to maintain, but I still got full reps out, and if I really wanted to, I could have done an easy 1 or 2, maybe even 3 more reps, just with not as much range of motion. Anyway, let's move on to the dumbbell rows. I'm not sure how this angle will look, but you'll have to bear with me to find a decent one. I'll tell you what I need to do. Come on. Whew. Those are some solid reps. Full range of motion. None of that half-assed partial bullshit. Well, let's get it, boys. And the very small percentage of girls, 5% to be exact. That's a proper rep right there. Yeah. Come on. 3. Oh, let's go. Power. 3 solid sets of 8 with the 50-kilo dumbbells. Not bad. Now, I ain't about to row the 100-kilo dumbbells. Not happening. So instead, I'm just going to try and pick it up. I'm not going to use any chalk. I'm not going to use any wraps, or should I say, I'm not going to use any straps. I'm just going to try and pick it up. Like a gorilla in the fucking jungle trying to lift a gigantic banana. Moving on to some EZ barbell curls. Last week I did the 40 kilos for 3 sets of 8. So this week I'm going to do the 45 kilo for 3 sets of 8. My brain went numb for a second there. Oh, I've got no headphones in either. Bloody hell, I'm losing the plot. It is quite late. It's almost 9:45 at night. Okay. Lovely. Jabbly. 2 more sets of that. And then I think that's a wrap for the workout. I was supposed to do some rear delt flies and some upright rows, but instead of doing it today, where I'm limited again for time once more, I'm going to do it tomorrow during my paused squat session. That might be a part 1 and a part 2, because during my mids, although I said I'd get down early, I just wanted to lay in. I'm not going to lie. That's a bad attitude to have. You know, I should be committing to getting up very early in the morning so I can have a morning session. That way I can focus in the evening on food and sleep. 2 very important components for optimal recovery. Yeah, can't really say too much after that. Jesus Christ, boys. Look at the veins. I'm currently on a diet. Well, diet, quote unquote. I'm currently doing a clean bulk. Since doing a clean bulk, I've already noticed a difference in the muscularity, in the vascularity, in all the alarities, mentality. We're going to spit some bars like Eminem. Way too fast for your mum's cat and whatever. We're not Eminem. We're a fucking power builder, aka a powerlifter in denial. I'm chatting shit again. Let's just get this over and done with. I don't know how long it's been between my last set and now, but with my calculations and estimations, I do believe that it's been about a minute and a half, maybe 2. Touch that chin. Full rep. 5. Come on. 1 more for that. Yeah. Yeah. Feeling it today. Oh, yeah. I can already tell this is going to be a good set. Oh, yeah. Harry Potter with a beard. Harry Squatter. Competing against Lord Voldemort. Yeah. Come on. Swallow. God damn. What a burn. That's a wrap. It's been a chilled one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave some suggestions in the comment section. Suggest whatever you wish. Whatever you desire to see in the future videos. That is where the comment section comes hand in hand. And what I'll do is I'll come along, I'll take both of your hands, cradle them, a little kiss on one, a little kiss on the other, look you dead in the eyes and say, go to the fucking gym.